Well, it's interesting. The worst kept secret is that the Lakers want Anthony Davis. The fact that LeBron is acknowledging it, and we know that LeBron just doesn't say things to throw it out there. And here's the thing about the Lakers. They could make a deal with New Orleans before July 1st, and Boston's not involved. But once July 1st comes around, then Boston, with all their assets, can get involved. LeBron, he knows how old he is. He knows what's on that roster. He wants to win right now.
So he's saying trade away all these young players I have around me right now and give me Anthony Davis?
In a roundabout way, he is.
In a roundabout way. I want the full way here. Go ahead, Clinton Yates. Is he saying in a roundabout way?
That's what I don't understand. If everything he says has so much meaning, why is he putting this out there at this particular time? The whole point of LeBron coming there was to be with these young guys, teach them how to win, and make sure that this franchise gets back on track. If you're going to give them all away for Anthony Davis, what's the point? You just got through getting dump trucked by the Wizards on the road. You lose to the Nets. This is not the time for this, in my opinion, for LeBron. I don't understand why he chose to entertain this question.
All right, he was asked by Dave McManaman, and the Lakers are playing the Pelicans later this week. Tim Cowlishaw, how about you?
You know, I have a different problem with this, and I don't have a problem with LeBron answering a question he was asked about. That's nice that he does that. But I just think of it, if you think of other sports, managers, coaches, GMs, they can't talk about players under contract. NBA players are so powerful, especially somebody like LeBron, whose agent is going to be tied to Anthony Davis, that when he and a few others speak about this stuff, it kind of detracts from what's going on in the season, and it always gets people thinking about next season. And I would rather enjoy what's going on now and worry about Anthony Davis.
Okay, so you want to sprinkle a tampering charge on LeBron? Is that what you're saying? Even though he...
I want a new tampering rule, and we'll start with LeBron.
Okay.
Sure.
Woody Paige, how about you?
Yeah, that's going to happen, Tim. It really is. I would just first of all like to say I'd like to see him in New Orleans. And they could offer him $70 million more than anybody else when he does a Supermax contract. And I think those people there watching basketball have suffered long enough that they should have the right to have Anthony Davis up until the last moment if he wants to go somewhere else. But if he's going to go somewhere, it should be Los Angeles. I mean, imagine the selling point. Remember Magic and Kareem? Remember Shaq and Kobe? And you could be the new third kind of person like that with LeBron James. So I think that, in fact, they have a better asset possibility in a number of younger players that they can offer New Orleans that could help rebuild the Pelicans.
Is anybody with Woody there?
I think that's the place for him to go.
That the Lakers have more to offer than the Celtics? Clinton Yates, you want to answer that?
Absolutely not. The Celtics have picks. The Celtics have better young players than the Lakers. And once again, who are you going to play with if you get rid of everybody on the Lakers just to bring in Anthony Davis? I'm not understanding the math here as to why this would make sense for Los Angeles.
Oh, you don't even think it would make sense for Los Angeles to try to get Davis here? I mean, the league
would be nice, but what you're giving up for the purposes of why you have LeBron there to begin with doesn't make sense. Play with the guys you have now. Let it work out the way you want to begin with. Adding this on doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think Frank made a key point. He did it kind of quietly. He didn't do it very emphatically. But the point is that the Celtics can't do anything till July. LeBron knows that. LeBron's like, let's go do something now or in the spring before Boston can unleash, the hounds and all the draft picks and players they've got.
Frank, you heard Woody say LA can offer more than Boston for Anthony Davis. How did that strike you?
Yeah. I like how Tim emphatically repeated me. Clinton and Woody both happen to be wrong. Yes, they can get more from the Celtics, absolutely, in terms of picks and players. But come on, if you can get a chance to play with LeBron, I'm going to start a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Yeah. I'll fill in around those guys. I think I'll be okay.
That's what I said.
Is there anybody who I mean, all this is predicated on Davis wanting to leave at some point. Has there been any sign that he's going to leave? It seems like as the years have gone by, he's been happy in New Orleans. Shouldn't it be happy in New Orleans, Frank?
Should be.
Well, he should be, and what will happen is over the summer they'll offer him the max extension like they talked about, and if he turns it down, then it'll set into motion him being traded, and that's why, I agree with Clinton here, Boston has more to offer in terms of picks and younger players.
I didn't even think that was a question. Okay, but Woody, you made the argument, Woody, that the Lakers had more to offer.